Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us his truth. And Shalom also to the Akim pushing his word and sincerity and the truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few sisters who are listening to you, we say Shalom. We are the brothers from the GMS Chicago camp, and Lord will, this be an edifying lesson. And you know, basically was with what's going on in the world and the prophecies that are unfolding from the word, you know, like the Lord said, his word wasn't going to return into him void. Everything is happening exactly how the Lord said it was going to happen. And you know, now more than ever, like the scripture says, you know, our salvation is near, you know, nearer than we believe. You know, and the Lord, you know, this deliverance that he's about to basically, you know, say the destruction he's about to save us from is going to be miraculous. You know, nobody's going to be, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, you know, and he's going to come to deliver us from the land of the north. Like it says right here, Jeremiah 16 and 14, it says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Yahweh, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children from the land of the north." So like the Lord first did when he delivered us out of the land of Egypt, man, and that's very spiritual because we have the Passover coming up. You know, when the Lord delivered us out of the land of Egypt, he did it with miracles, with wonders. You know, with you know, he stretched out his arm and delivered us out of the land of Egypt. You know, and now in this time, you know, we have the chariots coming out. You know, we have all this information coming out about UFOs and so on and so forth. Hey, those are the chariots of salvation. Like it says in Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter, the Lord is going to come and deliver the children of Israel out of the land of the north, the 1/3 and the elect. It says, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So that time is coming very near. You know, everything, all the prophecies are unfolding quickly. You know, and this devil knows that he has a short time.
Right, when Yahushai comes, you know, he's not going to meet them as a man. He's not going to meet, you know, these heathens as men, especially Esau. Right, and this salvation is going to be greater than the salvation when we were led out of Egypt. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 15. "Thine almighty word, which is Yahushai, leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction, and brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up filled all things with death." Right, Matthew 10:34, think not that I come to send peace on earth but a sword. Right, and it touched the heaven, but it stood upon the earth. You see, so this salvation here, this deliverance is going to be so great. In the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will be magnified throughout the whole earth. Everyone's going to know who the God of Israel is and who are his people. All right, because God doesn't love everybody; He loves only the nation of Israel, starting with the elect.
I got one. This is the book of Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says, "And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the heads, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof." Because with all the destruction coming, you know, when the Lord returns, there's some people that are going to be saved. You know, starting with the elect. All right, they have that mark upon them, who the Lord said it. The Lord put that mark on them. He knows exactly who they are, because they were not with this whole world, man, that's run by wickedness. All right, but the 2/3 of our people and the heathen included, they're part of the problem, and they're part. You know, they have to take a part of that destruction that's coming upon this land.
Right, you know, and that word mark is thawa in the Hebrew, meaning exempt from judgment. So the elect are exempt from being judged. That's why in Psalms 91 it says, "With thine own eyes you'll see the reward of the wicked." All right, we're going to see these people being put to death, man. The Lord's going to just be bringing out straight judgment, and Lord willing, passing over us, you know.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 40 and 10. It says, "Behold, Yahweh power will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him." behold, his reward is with him and his word before him. You know, because just like in Egypt, this is a great kingdom. This is, if anything, this is one of the greatest kingdoms out of all the kingdoms that's been upon earth so far. So the Lord is, for this kingdom to be like that, the Lord is gonna have a great destruction, and he's gonna have a great salvation, and it's all gonna happen around the same time. You know, so hey, it's good when it says strong hand, you know, and things like that. That means the Lord is gonna do a mighty work. You know.
That's right.
I believe in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, it says that it has beginnings, you know, and endings with signs and wonders. You know, that's what the Lord is gonna do. You know, the Lord doesn't talk about His day or the day of the Lord, you know, as much as He does in the scriptures for no reason. That day is yet to come, and that day is gonna be when this place is getting destroyed and we're getting delivered, Lord willing, word was meant. You know, and it's gonna be to the point where, hey, like the brothers brought up, we to this day we still talk about Egypt. You know, Egypt, that happened a long ass time ago. So for us to say, for us to no longer say that and start saying, blessed Yahweh will deliver us from the land of the north, that means what? That this destruction and this salvation is going to be greater than what was seen in Egypt.
I got one more. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 2. I'll start at 6. It says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after shall live ungodly. And the scriptures talk about that this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You know, as all those kingdoms combined. You know, Egypt was known for the bondage of the Israelites, man. All right, them being under captivity. And here in Sodom and Gomorrah was known for, you know, their homosexual acts, man. And this place is filled with that, you know. And you have Sodomites running rapidly, all right. But just like how Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed, the Lord made that an example of how not to live. But here you have these people are just living that lifestyle in wickedness. It says, verse 7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from the day to day with their unlawful deeds. You know, so just like the scriptures talk about, man, in Ezekiel 9:4, for you know, those men that sigh and cry for the abomination to be done in the midst thereof. You know, this place vexes a man that's striving to be righteous, man, because they know that it's not of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's will to live like that. Which is why a whole lot of people have to catch that judgment, man. Because then after they shall know after death by pain.
Mm-hmm. That's right. And the ones that have that mark, that the law, that mark of exemption, they're the ones that are going to be delivered out of here, man. Everybody else, like the brother's been saying, man, they're going to get judged. You know, that's why it's the great day of the Lord. You know, and that's why, us being given this truth, being now we're a witness unto this place. We when we go out and teach, we're proclaiming the gospel of the Lord unto them as well, you know, because they're gonna get judged. We're letting them know their judgment, and that's the beautiful thing about this truth, because they think that they're not making accounts for our labors, but when our deliverance actually comes through, these people are gonna be scared. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. So those righteous men, that's Lord will, you know, we be those men, you know, the hopeful elect, you know, and they're not making accounts for our labors. It says, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation so far beyond all that they looked for. So it's gonna come into a time, the wonders and signs that the Lord is gonna bring out in these times, these people are gonna be amazed. They're gonna be troubled. They're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be discombobulated, you know. They're not gonna be able to, you know, it's gonna be so far beyond all that they look for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Besides us, the elites are the ones that know know the truth, and they might have an idea, but when the Lord comes, it's still gonna be far beyond what they actually thought it was gonna be like. You know, it's not just gonna be, you know, just like they show in the movies, you just floating in the sky. It could be, you know, it's gonna be greater than that. It's gonna be a sight that everybody is gonna remember from generation to generation.
That's right.
You know, if I may get this, because it said strangeness of the salvation, right? This is gonna be part of the strangeness. This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. It says, so this is the time of the destruction of this place, right? It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, right? That fathership, so to speak. It says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. I remember in Luke it says that it's gonna be such a heavy sight. It says that that man's heart shall fail them. So people are gonna be fainting just based off the sight. Not even before the Lord even, you know, starts shooting his lasers, you know, upon this people. People are gonna be dying just off the sight. It says, verse 31. It says, and he shall send his angels, those chariots, so-called UFOs, with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. So just imagine that, you know, happening, and people are broadcasting. Damn, there's a UFO sighting here in America. There's one right here in Australia. There's another one here in Mexico. All at the same time, and they're all gathering up the elect. You know, that's gonna be a heavy sight, man. You know, it's gonna be something that people thought that would never happen, you know, or could never imagine it would happen.
That's right. That's why the scriptures also say there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. These people are going to be witnessing the deliverance. And just like this, that's why it compares it in that same chapter, Matthew 24, that it's going to be as the days of Noah. You know, because these people, you know, we bring out the truth. We try to do it with humility of mind to let them know what's about to come. Because really, we're trying to warn our people, you know. But at the end of the day, when we get that blood off our hands, hey, these people are gonna catch it, man. It's just like when Jeremiah cursed out, you know, those wicked Israelites. Hey, these people are gonna catch that judgment, you know. And especially Esau. The Lord said that, you know, He's not gonna meet thee as a man. It says right here, Isaiah 47:3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So like the brother's bringing out, when the Lord comes down in that fathership with the angels and, you know, basically comes down to deliver us, He's not going to meet thee as a man. You know, He's going to come with that angelic force. And that's another thing, you know, when the Lord comes down with the chariots, with the angels and so on and so forth, hey, they're vibrating on a whole different dimension. They're angels, you know. That's that angelic force that, you know, things from this earth, you know, whatever Esau technology that he has, it could perish. But hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is forever, man. You know? You got one now?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So the time that we're approaching is going to be a very unique day like no other. All right? There's going to be sword, famine, disgorge, you know, wild beasts to tear. I mean, it's going to be crazy out here, you know? And the Lord's going to be delivering His elect, man. He's going to be guiding the footsteps of His elect to salvation, you see, until we get to them chariots. So that's why we got to endure all the way to the end, all right? We can't fold in the midst of all the destruction we're going to see, you know. It says that famine and destruction will laugh, you know. So we should be rejoicing, you know, for this time, man. It's like a time like no other. This is a time of salvation for us, man. If we're the men of the Lord, we've been waiting many lifetimes to get to this point to receive salvation. This is the point where the Lord is going to restore the kingdom to Israel, you know.
Since you said that, you mentioned it earlier, this is the book of Psalms 91. I'll start at 4. It says, He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Because if you know that you were, if you're doing according what you're supposed to do with the Lord, you have nothing to worry about, man. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, the Lord's gonna be working with you. But those that are just going after their flesh and the lust of their flesh and pleasing their own selves, they're the ones that have to look out for these things that are gonna come. It says, verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. It says, because this day is approaching, is only a day for the time of Jacob's trouble is a day for the wicked, not for the righteous. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Just like how we're mentioning the Passover. All right, the Lord said to cover your doorway with blood, and he shall pass over you. So that's basically you being obedient unto the Lord and doing what he said. He's gonna pass over you, man. Just like what the judgment is approaching, and we're trying to get ourselves right with the Lord, doing the best that we can with the Lord has told us to do, and we're hoping the Lord passes over us with his judgment is approaching.
Right. To back you up, this is Sirach 40. I'll start at 8, verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Right? Because you were saying that what's coming is for the wicked, man. It's not for the righteous. Verse 9: death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood, man. All right, the flood wasn't enough for these wicked ass niggas, man. So the Lord's gonna bring fire now. He's gonna bring your worst nightmares. This is the king of terrors we're talking about. And 2/3 are gonna learn the hard way, man. Death by pain.
That's right. This is 2 Ezra 6:59. It says, "If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?" Because like the brother was bringing out, man, we've been, through many lifetimes trying to see the end. And now that we're coming into these times, Yahweh Shai even said, and many prophets and men, have desired to see the things that we're seeing, roughly paraphrasing, but even Ezra, he said, how long shall this endure? And we're coming into those times where, the bounds that he cannot pass, he's about to meet those bounds, and we're about to get delivered out of this place. The Lord really said, when salvation is not, look up, it says, things come to pass. This is Luke 21. This is Luke 21 and 28. It says, "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." And what we're looking for is to get exempt from this judgment that this place is about to hit, man, because these people are going to be in straight hell. The Lord is going to bring death upon this place. The Lord is going to bring things that you've never even seen before. Situations that you would have never even thought that you would have dealt with. Because even in America, people live in comfort, but these people are at ease. So when this time comes upon these people, they're not going to know what to do. And their trust is in the shadow of Egypt. So that's going to be to their shame and their confusion. But at the end of the day, we're trying to be under the, like it says in Psalms 91.
The secret dwelling of the Most High, of the Almighty.
Wow. Because us dwelling in that secret place, we're going to get covered, man. We're going to get delivered. We're going to be protected. We're going to laugh at famine. It says, "For the 7 troubles I shall deliver thee."
Right. And that's why we urge you to repent now, so that, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians can get the sure mercies of David while you still can. Really for the elect, because it is for the elect, because, we know 2/3 ain't going to make it. So.
This is the book of Acts 14 and 22.
Ooh.
It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, Because with all this hell is coming, if we believe in the bad is coming, we gotta believe in the good as well. So with all the things that are coming to this place, we're gonna get into an uncomfortable position, but that's all necessary for us to get into the kingdom of heaven. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. So all these things have to come, and all this death is coming, all this destruction is coming, is necessary for the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to be established.
That's right.
Yeah, this is Zephaniah 2, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, gather yourselves together, O nation I desire. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as a shaft, before the fierce anger of Yahweh come upon you, before the day of Yahweh's anger come upon you. So it's emphasizing how great and how wrathful that day is going to be, right? It says, seek ye Yahweh, all ye meek of the earth, which have brought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye should be hid in the day of Yahweh's anger. Because when he comes, right now is the time to plead and get right with the Lord. Once he already shows up, it's going to be too late. Because he's only going to show up to judge people, man. He already came with his mercy, in the flesh. He's still showing his mercy now through his prophets. But once he makes our tongues to cleave to the roof of our mouth, it's over with, You won't be able to escape this wrath that he's about to bring, man. There's no bunker, no spaceship, no anything where you could say, oh well, I'll be straight as long as I do this. No, the only way we're going to be able to escape this great destruction and be part of a great salvation is if we seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushai now. Repent. Like Yahushai said, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Turn from your ways and seek the Lord to the best of your ability. Like I said right here, it may be that he might deliver you. All we gotta do is endure, and the Lord is not a man that he should lie. He don't have our back.
That's right. So with that, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Chakorash.
the Wadi Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for giving us the spirit to make this lesson. Wa Baba Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Shalom.